Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome to Houston, Texas, and Rice Stadium, home to the Owls. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Rice Owls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's McCutcheon. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense in a bunch formation. The inside handoff. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Still looking, on the move. On the move, he fires. Finds his man open. Turning it on. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the single back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen.
Just a little off. Incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, running back gets to give. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Offense, quick tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Running to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off-play action on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. The run and the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ready to get that offense cooking again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. from the gun, looking for a man. The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, better look out. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. First down for this offense. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Pressure coming. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain its first down Rice.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Scrambling away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. And back to the air on 2nd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll try it over the left side. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Looking downfield on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Gets the first himself. There he goes. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll start this drive going to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. The snap sets up to throw. They'll run the screen. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. On the run, deep down the right side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Look out, he's got room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. The screen, he's got wheels. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
They booted away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah.
Breaks into the open. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The give. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cantrell. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. Flushed out of the pocket. He throws one to the left. He's got it!
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
On the ground, it's Cantrell. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Cantrell. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Got enough for the first. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical. And I think when you think about great Texas teams, you probably think about the running game, the physicality. And I could go through so many backs with Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They'll run play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And because of the success this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling them on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the Elks.
He stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message they'll have to carry into halftime. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the move. Turning it on! And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Running back searching for a hole. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
They want to throw it. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had this screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. Defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Quick handoff. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
To the air on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Now on the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Rice! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to BYU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Texas offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls it and fires to the left. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. Shakes off the defender. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass.
That's field in, it's best. That's not quite going to be enough. They stop him 4 yards short of the marker. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there.
Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The give to the tailback. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
He'll run it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Owls line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Hard running there. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Here comes the option. Nice move there. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
To the ground with the back. Nice move to keep running.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Rice.
Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up their 4th down run.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Set, ready. 6 propane. 6 propane.
They'll give it to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Eastern Michigan. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to go up top on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I think a lot of people were curious what the strategy would be tied this late in the game with this field position. Do you play it safe? Do you play it for OT? I think you just got the answer right there. This coaching staff believes in this quarterback to make the throws to put their offense in position to win this game late.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Touch pass on the run. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, now 4th down in your own end. With this much time left, do you trust your defense to get a stop? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. If you don't, then you need to go for this right now, and you need to try to go win this game.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll leave it with him. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. Takes the handoff. It's Warren. Nice move to pick up yardage.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout here. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have 1 left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Ready.
Hands it off. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Going to the run, it's Warren. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And as a defense, you're playing so aggressive, just trying to get downhill. And how about the running back? Runs it and gets a little bit to the right. So now they're on the right hash. So maybe the kicker likes it from that area, but this offense doing everything they can to set up for the game-winning field goal.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Rice.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot.